Being a relatively young city, Perth is hardly known amongst its locals for having an elaborate history. However, if you take a short stroll down St George's Terrace, you will be greeted by a number of heritage buildings that played a significant role in making Perth what it is today. Executive Director of the organisation Heritage Perth, Richard Offen is a passionate history buff and is the go-to man for all of Perth's most historical sites.
We're standing in front of the old courthouse, which is the oldest remaining building from the Swan River colony. It was built in 1836 as a courtroom, and wait for it, it cost £698 to build.
Among the oldest structures in the CBD is the iconic Perth Town Hall. Most Perth people will recognise this town hall, but few will know of its rich history. This 146-year-old structure became a hub for all social and political activity for the Swan River colony. The City Council wanted to demolish the building in the 1890s, but strong public outcry saved the much-loved town hall, which is why we see it standing here today.
We also have, up at the end of St George's Terrace, just below the Parliament building, a little archway, which is really the symbol of the battle to preserve heritage in this city.
Pensioner Barracks, which was used to house prison wardens and army men in their retirement, was not as lucky as the town hall. However, the remnant structure Barracks Arch acts as a reminder of what used to be. Across the Narrows Bridge, you are sure to recognise the Old Mill. Built in 1835 and operating until 1859, it is Perth's oldest industrial building. Now, it remains as an attraction for both tourists and locals, run by the City of Perth and some very generous volunteers. One of the mill's volunteers, Kathleen, is passionate about preserving the iconic landmark and its history.
We must treasure it as one of the oldest industrial buildings, and everyone should hang on to their history. And this is a very important building. It must be saved and kept going at all costs for our future, for our forebears.
Richard often emphasises heritage as being an important part of any town or city, giving it a sense of place and reminding us of where we came from.
It's giving that sense of place and reminding us of our history that makes it so important to retain these buildings. They also add a great deal of character to our streetscape, which is important.